Hello and welcome to another edition of After the Whistle. We're back. We are back after, I don't even know how long it was. It's been since the summer, but we're back. I'm here. Todd's here.
Yep. Back in effect. Don't mind me taking pictures of myself on camera. Yeah.
Pedro's back there. Yeah, man. Fall is here. Fall is here. The sun's starting to go down at 6:30 or 6 o'clock. Hoodies is out in full force, and
you're gonna see me in all type of long sleeve hoodies just because this is where they start getting dusted off. Stop buying some new ones, start bringing out some old ones, start bringing us ones that people never saw before. It's time.
Yeah, man, it's been wild too since we left. Like a lot of people passing away since we haven't been on air. I mean, geez Louise, you got Rich Homie Quan passed away.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. That was a wild one.
James Earl Jones passed away.
Damn, James Earl Jones passed away
about 2 days ago.
Damn. Yeah. Welcome to Beverly. I remember that.
Frank Beverly, the musician, he just passed away today. Although Frank Beverly isn't his real name.
I'm still shocked James Earl Jones died. I thought he gonna live forever.
Right.
That's like the voice of God, man. Yeah. Him and the dude from Allstate.
Yeah. Psycho Sid passed away.
I mean, them wrestlers, you don't know what's in their body, but man, that's condolences too to everybody that's been passing away, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
I'm sure we missed a couple. I'm sure we missed some more too.
Yeah, missed a few, but yeah, it's been an interesting year. A lot of the legends. Oh, Fat Man Scoop.
Yeah, that's a big one. That's a big one. It's crazy to me that a lot of people really had no idea who Fat Man Scoop was. Granted, the older he got, the less he was in the spotlight and on camera. But when we were younger, our teenage years, he was in all the videos. He was the hype man for a lot of songs. Him and Greg Nice. Him and Greg Nice was a big hype man. And shout out to Fat Man Scoop, man.
Party starter.
Always kept the party jumping. Kept it jumping. Got it started, but he never ended it though. Never ended it.
Yeah, he collapsed on stage and then.
Damn, for real. I mean, if you're gonna go out, there's two ways you go out: on stage,
they said,
or having some fun.
I think they said his last words before he collapsed was like, "Let's party."
I mean, when you go out like that, you did your job on this planet. You know what I mean? Like he was the man that got everybody going, and that's how he went out. So you can't. I mean, it sucks, but you can't be mad at that.
Yeah. So been a lot, been a rough year. But man, Tyreek Hill, he had a rough start to his day Sunday morning on his way to work. Guy gets pulled over, and when you see the video, all right, he was speeding, understood. Gets pulled over for speeding, understood. But why was there so many cops though? There was like 3 motorcycle cops, and then there was like 2 other cops, and then it's always just like that one cop that's just overly aggressive for no reason. Like there's no people. Once you give the officers your license and registration, you can roll your window up as they go back to their vehicle or whatever they're operating to, run the check or whatever they're doing. You don't have to keep your window down. And, people keep saying he should have kept his window down.
Honestly, none of that stuff matters based on how they ended up treating him.
Right.
That was a lot of envy. That's a lot of envy. Let's be real. Let's be real. Like you see a man, was he in a Lambo?
Yeah.
See him in a Lambo. You run his plates, so you know exactly who he is before you even pull him over.
Right.
So let's not play stupid here. Yeah, we know he's a high-profile athlete, but there's no reason to treat him like he's on the run.
Right.
Treat him like he's wanted.
Right.
With all them cops behind him and all. Granted, they might have just been in the area, but there's no need for that. But honestly, when they say like some of these cops are very envious of how their life turned out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like you could just tell that man was just mad that Tyreek was just being him, being a man speaking up. Granted, you might not have liked how he didn't turn and put his window down and all that. You got what you asked for, and you just felt the need to try to play Lieutenant Dickhead.
Yeah. And here's the thing too, you can understand why Tyreek's annoyed. Number one, he's on his way to work. He's on his way to work. Anybody that's on their way to work and they get stopped, they're gonna be annoyed. No matter what profession you do, when you're on your way to work, you're gonna be annoyed. And and he handled it well, and he had an attitude, but
Yo, you're entitled to have an attitude.
Right.
You're entitled to have to own your own personal feelings.
Right.
What shouldn't be happening is people who are supposed to be upstanding professionals getting in their feelings, doing the most, snatching you out the way, putting their knee on your back. You didn't do anything to deserve that to be treated like a criminal.
Right.
Like, granted, they do rough up some criminals at times, but you a criminal. Granted, I don't feel like they should be doing certain things, but if you give them a hard time, they'll give you a hard time. But the man just got pulled over for speeding. And you're treating the man like he got a warrant.
Right. And then he's treating the team, and then the way he was treating his teammates, like they're just trying to be there for their teammate. They're trying to see what happened. Nothing crazy happens to them, and then they're going off on them, talking about get in your car, I'm in charge now, and doing all this. It was just like, yo, where is your de-escalation skills? This is stuff you're supposed to be trained on, how to handle situations. They were escalating instead of de-escalating.
I mean, I say some things off camera about men, and now you see what I mean. I came across more envious and men that are haters than women in my lifetime.
Yeah.
So the way that man was, I could just tell he was just mad that Tyreek was just being Tyreek in a Lambo, and he's wanting to give that man a hard time, bro.
Yeah, definitely. But nothing happened to him. He was able to get out and make it to the game, but still, it was just a lot of nonsense.
And one thing I noticed, me being in the education field, basically working for the state, it's not that serious.
No.
A lot of y'all be going above and beyond.
Yeah.
And they get mad when they can't work me up.
Yeah.
When I don't care that much. I care enough.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, some of y'all be overdoing it, man. And those people that overdo it, y'all got to go find somewhere else to ruin.
Right. I told you when I got pulled over. Granted, I mean, the only thing I was bad about, like, he had no reason to pull me over, but everything else that happened, I was like, yeah, whatever. But it was like, no reason.
You should have fought that, because the same way you got pulled over, him following you through lane to lane, that's what happened to me, and I ended up beating it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. For those of you that know, I got pulled over like weeks ago, and then, my car got towed. But as soon as I saw that state trooper, I'm like, this dude following me. I go in one lane, he goes right behind me. I go in another lane, he goes right behind me. And then I'm like, oh, this dude's gonna pull me over. And 2 seconds later, he pulled me over.
And I ain't gonna lie, we're not gonna spend too much time on this. The worst thing about when I had to fight that little ticket, the cop who originally pulled me over, he didn't show up. There's another cop. The lady who was giving me a hard time, the lawyer, whatever she was, with the mustache, crazy. She gonna ask me what my driving record is. I tell her I don't have one. She looked at me, rolled out, and said, yeah, right. The cop was laughing at her. I said, nah, he don't. And you know what I say? In this world, there are two types of people. People that are allowed to apologize, and people like us that aren't allowed to be wrong.
Right. Right. But, yeah, that's funny. But,
Whisker have an ass.
But, yeah, that whole situation is just a bad look on that police department and their training or whatever. The training they do for that one officer that was really being extra. He's just a bad representation.
He's just angry.
Yeah,
you can just tell he's just angry. Yeah. That's all that was.
And it's always that one person that can make an entire organization look bad, or I don't know the reputation from like Miami Police Department, or nothing, but I mean, it's not good based on that.
And you would think they would try to shape up, tighten up based on what's been happening with police brutality and all this stuff, and you would think just haven't changed.
And you got a whole body cam too.
A lot of people have the nerve, and they're not self-aware. A lot of people really aren't self-aware, bro. I'm learning that more and more every day.
That is true. Well, you know who's self-aware? Jacoby Brissett, because he knows what he can and what he can't do. And what he did Sunday, he moved the ball well, didn't make no crazy throws, didn't turn the ball over. And this looked like the early 2000 Patriots when they was bringing Brady along and using defense to score enough points on offense, and our defense will win us the game. And that's what happened on Sunday. The defense won that game.
Oh, you mean they're actually trying to win football games now? They're actually trying to coach? They're actually coming back down to earth and realize they don't have a Hall of Fame quarterback anymore, and they have to run the ball. So they had 39 rushing yards compared to Brissett's 24 passes. So you're helping the man out because it's less less chances you're going to throw it into.
And after the season they had last year, there was nowhere to go but up.
Yeah, this is true.
There was nowhere to go up. But a lot of they came into this year. There was a lot of question marks. I mean, offense didn't do well besides the running game. The receivers, they got to step up their game and all that. But the biggest thing is they went on the road and they made the plays that they need to make. And they slowed down. They slowed down a really offense that usually puts up a lot of points. And
I think the biggest thing for them, there was no turnovers.
Yeah.
This past team, they lost a couple games last year based on turnovers alone. So for them to have 0 turnovers is pretty impressive your first game out.
And this is the type of game they would have lost last year.
Yeah, definitely.
They would have found a way to lose it last year.
Granted, I think, Chase sitting out also helped because he's not as fresh. You know what I mean? He's not as fresh as he would be. Yeah. So he still needs like a week or 2 to get back in the swing of things. But, capitalize on opportunities to win games, and that's what we did.
Yeah, they don't matter how you win them. Pretty, ugly, don't matter. As long as you got more points than the other team, and that's what they did. And
keeping them scoreless in the first half definitely helped.
Yeah. The biggest play was that fumble. Mm-hmm. That fumble that I think it was Jonathan Jones that forced the fumble when Gesicki was about to go in the end zone. That was a game-changing play right there, momentum-shifting play. Because I think the Bengals they kind of got in the groove. They were starting to get in their groove offensively, and that fumble right there really kind of
I mean, it's right there. It's right there at the goal line. But my only issue with them is they start like this every year, bro.
Oh yeah.
So. Yeah. Check back to us with the Bengals in week 4 or 5 or so.
Burrow needs to get rid of that Slim Shady haircut of his.
I didn't even see it. He don't got the Zach Morris.
Nah, he got the Eminem 2001 Eminem haircut hairstyle, I should say.
He got do-rag too.
He may have walked in the game with the do-rag. The season opened up with a wild game in Kansas City on Thursday night between the Chiefs and the Ravens, and it was just the Ravens were in like a centimeter away from sending this game to overtime. It looked like it was going to overtime, but Isaiah Likely got big feet, and it just scratched the back of the end zone. But what's funny? That same exact play happened in the Super Bowl that the Eagles beat the Patriots, and they called it a touchdown and reviewed it, and still said it was a touchdown. And it was like the same exact thing. And people brought up those photos and everything. They're like, all right, what's the difference? But I just wanted to put that up.
They're only going to allow us to win so much, man. You know what I mean? Like, come on. They have to allow some franchise to be able to catch up with us. What we got, 6, 7 rings?
Yeah, 6.
Who's the closest one to us? The Steelers?
I think so.
Or like 4? 3, 4?
Yeah.
So it's like, and we're the most obnoxious fans around. Especially when we got multiple states, especially for the Pats. Yeah. We're a whole region. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, but in regards to the game, I didn't see this game. I'm kind of disappointed I missed it. I was doing something. I don't know what I was doing. Probably something important.
Yeah, I caught the last part of it, the fourth quarter.
The difference between the Ravens and the Chiefs, well, the Chiefs are defending champs, but they know how to win now. And now they're not putting so much on Mahomes' shoulders anymore. Because they're seeing how one season can go when you depend on Mahomes, how the season can go if you pick and choose when he needs to be the man.
Yeah.
But I don't like when my quarterback is my best runner as well. And I'm hoping this is only some week 1 issues they're trying to figure out with Lamar, but what did you trade for this dude for?
Henry.
They got a big old running back. Is he injured or something?
Nah, it's that offensive line was not blocking.
I'm just saying, though, like, there's no reason why you got Henry and Lamar still your leading passer and rusher. That's unacceptable.
Yeah, that O-line was not blocking at all. It was like every time he dropped back, Chris Jones was in his face. He was scrambling for his life. They got to fix that. But they also had moments. Zay Flowers, he had a moment. So he was wide open, but in the end zone, and the pass was behind him, and everyone was blaming the quarterback for it. But it was the receiver's fault because Zay Flowers, you got to sit. You just got to sit because he was wide open. All you got to do is just find a spot, stay there. The ball's getting to you, but he just kept running, and it was just like he should have sat there. And then Lamar missed another throw to Isaiah Likely that would have tied it. He was open too. So there was that, but still, it was a really good game, though. It was a really good game. The Ravens, they just got to, offensively, they just got to protect your quarterback. The offensive line got to play better. They was having a hard time blocking Chris Jones and some of the guys on the Chiefs. So, but they'll be fine. They just got to fix up some things. And yeah, I agree with you. Give Henry the ball a little bit more. Give him the ball.
What you trade for him for?
Yeah, he's there for a reason.
Right, for real. That's crazy.
Yeah, but the Chiefs still look like the team that they are, and we'll see what adjustments they make. But it was a good start for them to start the season, and they had a couple guys, Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy, had a good game. I think Worthy's the rookie, so he came up, he made some big plays, and and they just look like the Chiefs. But Isaiah Likely, he's going to be a big time target for the Ravens. He's starting to hit his stride. This is year 3 for him. So I think he's kind of figured out. And him and Lamar got a good rapport. So
that's dope.
But ain't no overreaction. It's only week 1. You don't overreact until week 4. Detroit and Los Angeles. This one was a good one too. Went into overtime. Felt like Detroit had the momentum at one point in this game. Then the Rams came back, took the momentum, and then it just, that fourth quarter, it was just like, all right, it was a slugfest into overtime, and Detroit just made a couple more plays, and they just had a couple more plays than Los Angeles.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, you took the words right out my mouth, man. In regards to made a couple more plays. Like I said, Detroit 50% from the red zone. The Rams, 35%? Yeah. Something like that, 40-something% in the red zone. So, yeah, man, like I said, Detroit had one more third down completion than the Rams. So it's all about, we always got to continue possessions, continue drives and stuff like that. And sometimes with close games like this, you could just see who was making those plays.
And it's funny too with the Rams because you know where the ball's going. Mm-hmm. You know where the ball's going. Once Puka Nacua got hurt, you knew where the ball was going to be going throughout the game. And Cooper Kupp, you put 2 guys on him, you put 3 guys on him, so the ball just still somehow finds him. 14 catches.
And too, remember the Detroit's a playoff team now, so they out here only forced Goff to throw it 28 times, and they ran 31 times. They're helping their quarterback out.
Yeah, I think they're the 4th best odds to get into the Super Bowl coming into the season, and the only thing that hampered them last year was going for it on 4th down multiple times when they didn't need to. So,
and there was that one time they should have kicked it.
Yeah,
the one time they should have kicked it.
Yeah,
man.
But overall they have a really good team. They couldn't block Hutchinson. The Rams I think the Rams, they're another team that got issues with the offensive line. There was some changes, some injuries and stuff, so some new guys on the offensive line, and they had a hard time blocking Hutchinson, who was just in the backfield all the time. So, and I think Nacua, he's on IR, I think.
What did he actually injure? I think he got injured though. His knee?
I think so. Not sure if he's done for the season.
Okay.
But yeah, it's that turf, man. It's the turf that's hurting these guys.
I mean, we said it before. You don't grow up playing on turf. I mean, in Lynn you do because they have a turf field, but every other park is grass. So you grow up just naturally running on grass. I don't understand who thought turf was a good idea.
Man.
Is it cheaper to maintenance? I'm assuming you don't got as much maintenance.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know why, but yeah, it don't make sense. So I'm not sure how many games Nacua is going to be out for, but a sprain at PCL, so he'll be back in the season.
Okay,
that's not too severe. As we move on, Monday Night Football, the Jets and the 49ers. So I can't watch any Disney games that are on the Disney network because of this whole beef between DirecTV and Disney.
So I didn't even write that.
It's blacked out, but I went and saw the replays of the game, and Aaron Rodgers looks like a guy that tore his Achilles last year.
Yeah, that's all. He's just getting back in the swing of things.
He looked like a guy that tore his Achilles. And the 49ers, Christian McCaffrey was a late scratch to the game, but James, I think his last name was Moody or Moses. I'll double check. But the rookie, he stepped up.
Nah, they was
he seized the opportunity.
They was balling, man. Like, I'll be honest, there wasn't much the Eagles could do. They're still trying to figure themselves out. That tipped into hurt. I said the Eagles. My bad, the Jets. That tip into hurt them. That's the only turnover Rodgers had, and it really wasn't his fault.
Yeah.
So he just, he's even said it. He's got to play a little better. Maybe he missed a couple passes. He'll be fine. He'll be fine.
They got to capitalize in the red zone too.
Yeah. Definitely.
You got to capitalize in the red zone. You got to score. But like the 49ers are a team, when you get the chance, you got to score on them because you could only kick so much field goals on them, and you could slow them down for only just a little bit before they really get going, and that's kind of what happened.
But I also think Rodgers was just seeing how his body would hold up this game, because it must be like it would weigh heavily on your brain, your mental, where you're injured all season after the first game, and then you come back the first game, and you're just trying to see if you could even last the first game. So I think he was just trying to get through the game.
Yeah, and I'm sure the organization, they want him healthy the whole year, because he's their ace card right there. Like he's their difference maker, and whatever they'll achieve this season all dependent on his health, because they got the pieces everywhere. They got the running back, they got the receivers, they got a solid defense, a good enough defense that can win you some games and get you in the playoffs. Now it's just a matter of keeping that guy upright. But Purdy, he didn't look too bad. But the 49ers do what they usually do. They heavy run, and they'll get those short passes and yards after the catch.
To be honest, if you notice the few games we talked about, most of them teams are going back to traditional football.
Yeah.
They're just going back to old school football.
Yeah.
Logic.
Yeah.
No more trying to fit agendas, because agendas don't do anything for anybody.
Yeah. And you need you need a running game.
Agendas turn team into pretenders.
There's a few pretenders.
Yeah, there
Just a couple more. We got. Man, I know the Giants are kind of kicking themselves in the foot for not paying Saquon Barkley, because they thought he was done.
I thought you were going to talk about the Giants.
Never
mind. We talking about the Eagles and Packers.
We ain't talking about the Giants.
Trust me, I know. I ain't even nowhere on no paper. I didn't even waste my breath or my ink.
Another one though. They sent these guys to Brazil. They sent them to a stadium that mainly plays soccer. The field was slippery. Guys were slipping all over the place that game. Safety. It was kind of like a safety hazard too, because they're not used to playing in that type of field.
Hold up. They already scheduled this game a year ago, right?
Yeah.
And they just started doing maintenance on the field a week before the game?
Probably.
What's up with these? Like, people are just sorry nowadays. When you got all the time in the world to make sure you're prepared, you should be more than prepared.
Yeah. And the fact, I just don't get I know they're trying to expand it internationally and stuff like that, but why are you sending these guys a regular season game to Brazil for, man?
I'll be honest, man. NFL is not the NBA.
Right.
When you call a sport football and the whole world calls it football other than one country, like, what do you think they're going to do when you bring your teams to their country disrespecting the sport that they all love? They're going to watch some of the games, but they don't really care about football, man. Like, American football, they do not care. They're not going to pick it up. They're not going to, gravitate towards it.
At all. They're there for the aesthetics. They're just there for the aesthetics. But to the game, Saquon Barkley, 134, I believe, total yards that he had in this game. 109 on the ground and 24 carries. Like, he looked like the guy that was killing it his rookie year, that actually has a offensive line that can actually give him the holes, because he did not have that with the Giants.
But he also has a quarterback that can actually do something.
Right.
He has a quarterback that can relieve some pressure off him. Yeah. So it's like, all right, is it going to be Hurts or Barkley? Right. Compared to it's going to be Barkley, and you wish that Jones throws the ball. You're baiting for Jones to throw the ball.
And it kind kind of looked like Barkley was the missing piece for them because they had everything else. I think last year their running game was kind of like up and down because they didn't have like one back that they could give the ball to 20 times a game. They had like multiple backs, but now you got Barkley. It makes things a whole lot different. On the other side, Packers, they played well, but Jordan Love got hurt late in the game. He's going to be out for like 4 to 6 weeks.
That tackle was kind of unnecessary, though, the way he wrapped his whole leg up.
Yeah.
Like, that's like, come on now. Like, you know when you grab somebody in the leg and you wrap a few times, you're bound to pop something.
Yeah.
You're just bound. And if they get up, kudos. We're usually shocked when they get up after getting their leg wrapped up like that. Yeah. But you know you're going to hurt them. Like.
Yeah. It was just unfortunate because he definitely had high expectations coming into the season. And, their offense looked really well. They were playing really well on offensively, too. But, yeah, just one of those things, like, it was like two evenly matched teams, and just Philly just made the.
But let's make that clear that his injury didn't dictate the game, though.
No.
Because they was 1 for 4 from the red zone, so they couldn't even get in the end zone. While in Philly was 50% going 3 for 6.
And I thought that's what you got Josh Jacobs for, that big running back to, bulldoze his way.
You would think.
But hey, that happens. But there's going to be some teams in here this season that's really going to put up a lot of points. But so Malik Willis, he's got the chance. He's going to start for the Packers the next game. So seize the opportunity. You can get yourself an extra bag if you play well. And lastly, Mr. Touchy-Feely from the Cleveland Browns. Ooh, man, he looks cooked. Like he looks like a guy that's not even confident in his ability to play quarterback. That's how he looks.
That's how you feel off one game?
He's been like that even before he got hurt. He hasn't played well in Cleveland at all since he's got there.
You think he's more or less thinking about all his situations he put himself in? All them self-induced situations?
Probably.
Self-induced with the masseuse?
Probably, because he went from a very confident person to...
And he's still dealing with that stuff too, ain't he?
Yeah.
The civil suit's still in place, so he probably can't even focus, man.
Yeah, they just look bad. At one point, folks were saying they need to just put Jameson there and bench him.
I did see that online. I mean, the game was over by halftime.
Yo, they couldn't get nothing.
Was it 17 by 17?
Yeah,
it was like 20-3, right?
Yeah.
Game was over, and then you only complete 2 third downs the whole game. Like, who do you expect to win? Like, who do you expect to beat? You might as well just put this out there.
Right.
Like, 2 out of 15?
Yeah, they was bad.
How were the fans even still there?
I would have been gone. I would have been so mad. But we would talk about the Cowboys, but as I told somebody, this is phase 1 of the Dallas Cowboys season. They got like 3 different phases. So phase 1 is like they start off looking great, looking like world beaters. That's going to go on for a little bit. We get to phase 2, and they kind of start dwindling down, and, they're winning here, losing here, and then phase 3 is at the end of the season when they just disappoint everybody. So we're in phase 1 right now. Dang, I'm going to say. The only thing I can say about Dallas, Prescott got his money right before the game. CeeDee Lamb got his money. At least those guys got paid.
At least they're getting paid. Yeah. I mean, I don't understand why Jerry Jones is holding the vault hostage. Like, they're your employees. Like,
I swear sometimes they just do it just to do it, just to have something to talk about or something in the meet. So, like, just have like folks talk about the Cowboys, before the season started, because he knew he was going to pay those guys.
And I get it. You might try to see if you could find somebody better than Dak, but honestly, he's the best option you got.
Right.
You're not going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, Trey Lance is not it.
Yeah, you're not going to the Super Bowl. I hope you prove me wrong, but you might as well keep the man that's been keeping y'all afloat at least.
Yeah, at least.
Like, we live in this world now where everybody feels like, he can't make the Super Bowl, he shouldn't get paid. Whoa. Makes it the playoffs every year. He just can't win the big game.
Yeah.
But he's the best option they have, though.
They just cursed.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, everybody's not making it to the Super Bowl. During the Montana, Elway, Brady, Favre, there were a whole list of quarterbacks that never even sniffed the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think Elway went to like 7 or something.
Yeah, he went to mad Super Bowls and didn't win till it was like his last like 2.
Yeah, no, his first 5 he lost.
Yeah, so like, but think about them other guys that never sniffed the Super Bowl.
Marino sniffed it once and never got back.
He's considered one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to win a Super Bowl, and it's hard to get to a Super Bowl.
It's just hard to win. It's hard to win a championship in professional sports in general.
Yeah.
So we get it. We're used to just the guys who win get paid, but everybody deserves to get paid, even if you're not winning.
Yeah, if you're producing.
Yeah, you're productive. You should get paid for your production. Yeah. Just maybe not the highest ever, but that's just how the market is.
Yeah. All right, we got Athletes Corner. We got my boy Jacob Klass. He chatted with me. You know, it was his first interview, so he's a little nervous.
You dim the lights for him? Yeah, he look a little darker in there. Hey, if I'm darker than you, I got jokes. That's my boy, though. That's my guy. Yo, he gonna be nice, man. He gonna be nice. I do gotta give him some advice though for he's supposed to be junior, right?
Yeah.
I gotta give him some advice because he should be killing this year. We don't want to go to no games and see him lollygagging BS and nah. You gotta kill. First half, kill him.
Oh yeah, like we did last year.
Yeah, first half, kill him.
I forgot we went to the game last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
he
check
was
this out. Yeah. Check this out. Then we gonna come back. Hello, welcome to another edition of Athletes Corner, and today we're joined by Jacob Klass, Beverly High. What is going on, sir? This first time here?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Hey, man, just living, just living. First off, year 3 coming up at Beverly High, man.
Yeah,
It's like flying by, man.
it's crazy. I'm just a freshman.
Right. It's like you blink, and next thing you know, you only got like another year of high school left. You been enjoying it though?
Yeah, it's a really good experience.
Yeah, definitely. And you're one of those guys that you got thrown in the fire young, right?
Yeah.
So you got the opportunity to play freshman year, and you had a really good teammates that upperclassmen playing with. So what was that? You know, just playing with some of those guys, Dylan, Ryder. Just getting the experience to playing with those guys coming off the season they had a pretty successful season the year before.
Yeah, it was good. Like, they just always work hard, and that's the big thing. Like, always working hard, pushing each other. They were great leaders and showed me what to do, and like you can kind of learn from them. So when you get put in that position, you can strive.
How long did it take for you to get adjusted to the varsity game? Because mostly everybody, they always say it's the speed of the game that usually is the thing that catches them at first. But how long did it get for you to adjust and just get comfortable in the system?
Like, probably like a couple games into the season. Because, you know, it's a big jump coming from like middle school straight into varsity practices. So much more intense.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah.
And the thing with them, they had a bunch of solid guards too. So I could only imagine like the how the practices were between you and those guys, like how competitive it was.
Yeah.
What were some of your takeaways just from that freshman year?
Definitely you got to come in shape. I wasn't like in the best shape, but like now I really get my mind into it. I came in my sophomore year in shape. Mm-hmm. That's probably one of the biggest things.
Yeah. And was it a little bit harder too, or was it another adjustment because the team there was some high expectations for the team, knowing that they made a pretty good run the year before, and they were picked as folks picked them to. Not pick them, but wouldn't be surprised if they made a state championship that year that you guys had all those guys. Yeah. So just like trying to play to that expectations, did you feel like those guys felt the pressure, or did you think that they embraced the pressure and kind of like they just went out and completed hard every game?
Probably the first game there was a lot of pressure because Gabe left, and that was a big leave.
Oh yeah.
But we handled it well and just kept pushing through it and working through it all season.
Yeah. How was it like playing with Dylan? Like, he was underrated guy for sure. He did a lot. He could make a lot of plays, and he could make shots too. But how was it? Because his style was so unorthodox and unique, but it was so effective.
Yeah.
How was that just seeing him every day and how he carried himself?
He just worked hard, did everything he could. and he was just a walking bucket. Like, he could get a bucket anywhere he wanted.
Yeah. Did he make that easier for you when you two got on the court together? Was it easier for you to score or easier for you to kind of facilitate just because of the attention?
Yeah, he would just run off. He was just always just running, constant movement, never standing still on offense.
And then Ryder as well too. We're seeing everything going on with him, and just like he's making headlines with his play and stuff like that. Well, what did you see with him that you kind of understood why he's getting the attention he's getting now?
He's big, like always using his size right, shooting over people, making the right decision. Good, like he's a great leader, great teammate.
Yeah, so. Yeah. What was I know you guys got eliminated in that state tournament, but what was like what you learned from that state tournament run? Having your first experience at the state tournament, what was like some of the things that you learned during that year?
Always keep your head like on your shoulders. Don't ever put your head down if you make a mistake, because like crowd's gonna get on you, but you just gotta keep pushing through it and playing through it at all times.
Yeah. And now you come back your sophomore year. Whole lot of guys left. It's like a new core. I mean, you still have Noah there, but it's a fairly young team. It's a fairly young team. But how was it? Now you're getting the ball more. You got more opportunities to kind of score and facilitate for the team as a point guard. How was that? You having a new role, and now a lot of teams are going to focus their defense on you. Like, did you have to change your game a little bit, or it took you a little time to adjust to that, like being game planned against?
I really just adjusted like through the off season, because like it happened during like summer league. I started playing better. Mm-hmm. Guys would like start doubling me, so I would learn. And then once they got to the season, I was already just ready. Yeah. I already knew what they were gonna do. Yeah. So I just played my game, did the best I could.
You just said summer leagues. You played in a lot of summer leagues going into your sophomore year, and especially having some of your teammates on the teams that you were playing with. How can a summer league translate into the regular season? How did the play from that translate into the regular season?
Just take it as it's like another game. Just this big crowd, people yelling. It's just another basketball game.
Right. And you outside, inside, all over the place. You had that triple double in the win that you guys had. You get that. What was it? Talk about that game and that moment for you and your teammates.
I didn't realize till they told me after. It didn't feel like it, but it was a great environment to do it in. Traveled like an hour. It was a long bus ride.
Yeah, what did you guys play?
Durfee. Fall River.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. That's the whole other side of Massachusetts. You just said it. Is that like something that you kind of expect from yourself? Like not a triple double, but just like games like that in moments like that. Yeah. Also in the state tournament, it's win or go home, but you're seeing the steps a team has to take to be a championship team. What do you feel like the steps you and your team took going into this season to make you guys try to contend for a state championship?
Always work hard. Just never listen to like outside drama, what people have to say about you in the rankings and all that.
Right.
You just put our head down, work in the gym every day. We'll be all right.
Yeah. Well, what was it about that low team that was that was difficult for you guys to get over that hump that they got you in that game? Was it them having that home court advantage, or was that just was it like because they had a bunch of upperclassmen, the experience that they had?
It was definitely the upperclassmen, I think, because that kid Czar, he was a really good player. Like Xavier, the big kid, I think he had like 30, 16. Yeah. Because we were a small team.
Yeah.
So he was just eating us alive that game.
Oh man. I mean, you guys got a couple young guys too that physically they're not there yet, but they got the potential to be there. Are you hoping that they were in the weight room this summer, just seeing what happened?
No, they are, and we also have a couple good guys coming up from JV. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
So it's kind of like the ship's staying afloat for Beverly High basketball. Because I feel like people thought once Ryder left and some of those other guys graduated and stuff like that you guys wouldn't be as good as you were last year. Did you kind of feel the same? And did the coaching staff feel like that's what now felt like that's what people were trying to say about the team. Like they're not going to be as good as they once were because of all the losses they had.
Yeah, there was a lot of drama in that last year. Just people always would just say like we're rider made, but like we're just here to play basketball. Like,
right.
And there's definitely some pressure on me because I would hear it from people in my school. But, you know, it's just basketball.
Right. I mean, shoot, you're right. But how are you able to deal with that? That's just you know, it's annoying to deal with, but when you hear it every day, when you're in the building, like how annoying does that get, and how are you able to block out that noise and just focus on what you have to do?
I mean, just talking with my coaches, like they're just like help me throughout the day, like just having conversations with them, just help me block out the noise.
Mm-hmm. We gotta go back to the beginning. I mean, everybody knows your dad played basketball when he was young. He's still a big part of the game. Still loves the game. But for you, when did the love of the game start for you?
I mean, I started playing at like 1.5. That's when my mom put a ball in my hands, and like going to my dad's games like on every Sunday at the two Tobin in Boston.
Okay, yeah.
Like it would just make me want to play.
Yeah.
And like I say, like 4 or 5, that's when my real love started to come out. Yeah,
and you have that experience because a lot of the guys in this area, you all came up together playing. I mean, you're seeing a lot of them have success themselves in their respective schools. But for how good does that make you feel that you guys have got this collective group that everybody is kind of succeeding right now in varsity, and most of all of you guys played freshman season, so all of y'all got thrown into the fire freshman season. So, just talk about that collective group of players that you came up with that are having that success right now.
It's very good to see. Like 'cause we all stuck together. We played NSA a lot. Like me, JJ, Cam, Deshaun, Jason. We all played together at a young age, and it's pretty cool to see all of them succeed.
Yeah. What was it about you guys that was it that you guys just motivating each other or pushing each other to keep going because you guys all know what you want to get out of this?
Yeah, and like we had a great bond. Like as young kids, we just happy to be in the gym with each other. Mm-hmm. We went on a trip to Disney. That was probably a big moment for us.
Right.
That was pretty fun.
Yeah, traveling all over the place for hoops at a young age. You kind of get to see the different styles of basketball from like different areas in the country and stuff like that. Playing against those other competition like that, not in state but out of state competition. What's like the level of focus that you have to bring in order to compete in like those type of environments?
Don't overthink, or it's the worst thing you could do on the court. Just think of it as another basketball game. Like really, just you rest yourself mentally. Stay composed, and you'll be all right.
Yeah, man. And, talk about NSSA for the AU, and then, playing for the White Mambas now. The AU's forever changing. What can you kind of say the changes that's gone on from the time when you was like in like elementary, middle school, and to this point now with like the AU competition that you've been involved in?
I say NSSA, you play a lot of teams more than once, like, because you're local, like, you guys will see each other. Like, out of state, you see some brand new faces, better competition, like,
right.
Tall kids, like, all sides, like, it's really good.
Yeah. And playing with the White Mambas, Scalabrini and Tony Gallo, what's that been like, especially all the sessions that you guys had this year?
It's been great because, like, all the exposure, like, you get a lot of exposure because, Scal's an NBA guy. Mm-hmm. And you get the best of both worlds. Like, Tony played D1, so does Scal. And it's really good being in the gym with them because if you listen, you learn a lot.
Yeah. Was there a session that kind of stood out for you that coaches, college coaches, or even other coaches kind of took notice of your game and, was giving kind of the information back to your coaches?
Definitely Gym Rat in Albany, and then our 2 sessions in New Jersey. That's when coaches started to like really look at me. Yeah.
What did they say? What was it about your game that really impressed them during those sessions?
Like how I motivate my teammates on the court, never put my head down, and just keep playing hard at all times.
Right. Who are some of your other teammates from that White Mamba team that kind of got the spotlight too, or that were getting the notice during those sessions too?
Preston Ballin, he's going to Newman this year, and then Big Will Cardi. Okay. He goes to Watertown.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ran into him yet. I don't know. Summer's almost over. Summer's basically almost over. School starts next week. All the summer tournaments, summer leagues are over. Throughout all this, what was kind of some of your biggest moments from the summer leagues this year? Because I know you played in P2P. Were you supposed to play at Chico's?
No.
Not this year? Okay. But, another year at P2P, was kind of like the success from that because it seems like you've been involved in it for a while too, right? Yeah. You've seen it grow, but how's that helped you?
Just being around a good community, people supporting me. Like, if I have a bad game, people will tell me, always keep my head up, and that can translate to the season. Just keep that reminder in my head.
Yeah.
But it's P2P, it's a really good league.
Yeah.
Koki does a great job running that.
Man. Yeah, if you haven't checked that out, you got it. Well, I mean, go on YouTube, check it out, because the sessions is over. But, what have you been doing to prepare yourself for this season? Because it's junior year is usually just a big season for players because that's kind of the year everybody wants to. That's the year players really want to get their names out there and start getting the attraction of the college coaches. But what are some of the things you've been not working on, but you've been doing this summer and to get yourself prepared for this upcoming season?
Definitely getting my body right. Like, I go to yoga, some hot yoga, and it's good for mentally and your core, get all that strong, and staying in the gym 6-7 days a week, keeping the motivation, all that.
Yeah, you guys got access to it mostly throughout the day, right? Or a decent amount of time.
Depends.
It depends, right? Also playing in the Northeastern Conference, there's always those rivalry games with Salem. They got a nice young core too with Elion, Jordan, and those guys. You guys had some battles this season. So just like playing against those guys, and yeah.
It's always fun playing against my best friend. Me and Elion go a long way back. And it's pretty cool to see us him succeed.
Right. And he's another one.
Yeah.
Just they gave him the keys early.
Yeah.
As a freshman, he's going into his sophomore year. He's got a lot of expectations for him. But how do you like in general the whole area with some of the guys in the area coming up and being able to live up to some of the expectations that that are placed on them and being able to produce for the teams and have successful seasons?
I think it's good. They just always work hard. That's the big thing. You always see them in the gym, and when the spotlight's there, they're gonna shine because when they're in that moment, it's made for them.
Yeah, definitely, man. We got another but plug your social media in because if y'all want to keep up with him, what he's doing, and also see what's up with the schools, plug your social media in.
All right, my Twitter is Jacob Klass 1 at the end, and then my Instagram is first_K1ASS.
All right, make sure you check them out. Beverly High. Make sure whenever they put their schedules out, basketball season's a couple months away, so make sure you be on the lookout for them this season. Go out there and support my man. Appreciate you for coming through.
Of course.
Yeah, man. You look like you just got out the gym.
Nah, not yet.
Not yet.
Going after.
You're going after?
Yeah.
Hey, man. I ain't going today. I'm not going today. You guys been watching Athletes Corner. We out of here. Oh, man. All right. We are back. Thank you for Jacob for that. Oh, yeah. Also, shout out to Jacob's mom.
Yeah, she's cool peoples.
No, during summer league, she had a cooler full of snacks.
Okay.
She gave me a whole bunch after his game because I was like, can I get some snacks? Oh, she was like, yeah, here you go. She was on the AAU mom tip, but she just had a whole bunch of snacks. I was like, that's AAU mom right there, because all them AAU tournaments.
But honestly, some of these kids need that, man. These kids be busting their butt after these games, exhausted. Yeah. You give them some snacks, some oranges, something.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I took a whole one. Yeah, I was like, thank you for this, because that was clutch. All that food in there. But
shout out Caracudas too, man. Doing good things with them Beverly boys.
Oh, yeah. We're going to see them in Fall League, I think. I'll catch one of their Fall League games.
Yeah, one of my favorite teammates from high school. That's my guy, man.
The assistant two's cool.
Oh, Jeff. Yeah. I mean, Jeff a boy too.
Yeah, they're like those. They're good guys.
They like me and you. Like they've always been like that since high school.
Yeah.
I was shocked when I seen Jeff had hair. Nah, cause all through high school he had the buzz. Him and Matt, the buzz. Like no lineup.
Back then they used to. I don't know who he was trying to imitate, but. Like Chris Webber and them, like folks was trying to imitate the Fab Five. And,
I'll be honest.
And all them dudes got full head of hair.
I just think it was white boys not wanting to pay for a haircut.
Or that.
I just how that was, bro. You know, they known for the buzz.
Or that. Quickly, some other news in sports. Jamal Murray, he signed an extension.
I'm about to say you French.
Right?
Jamal Murray.
I believe it's a $200 million extension for him. Going to keep him in Denver for a little bit, for a while. So, I mean, you gotta keep the tandem together. You gotta keep those guys together.
Yeah, man. And people don't let the Olympics fool you. That man's still a bucket. He was playing injured. He shouldn't even been in the Olympics.
Yeah.
And the system just wasn't for him.
Man, they need to go back to having college kids play in the Olympics, get the pros.
I mean, remember
that's what it originally for.
Yeah, but
until Russia started.
The overseas teams, they still send their pros out there, so that's not fair. Got grown men with bare weight on them, dealing with some college kids that are shredded like me. Like, come on, man, he's some grown men out there.
Oh man, the deal is exactly 4 years, $208 million. So, congratulations to them.
Come on.
The Celtics, man, they about to start training camp in 13 days, but so they're doing their last kind of leg of celebrating the championship season. But they picked up Lonnie Walker. They signed him. You know, he was still out there. Signed him to one of those one year deals. If he's on the roster if he makes the roster this season, he'll be a good addition coming off the bench for those guys. With a bench that's already got guys that come in and score, you just add another piece of that. So
I've always been a fan of Lonnie Walker, but for him to not be on a roster, I hope there's nothing behind the scenes that keeps him from being on rosters. Because I think his skill set, he has the skill, but why isn't he able to stick on a roster?
Right.
So hopefully he can stick with us.
Yeah. Shoot. If he could score if he could come off the bench and do like he did 2 years ago with the Lakers, it'd be on repeat alert.
I mean,
we're already on repeat alert, but repeat alert is gonna be high. Angel Reese done for the season, even though the season's almost over, but hurt her wrist. And
which wrist?
I think it was a shooting hand.
She got to straighten that thing out. Yeah. She actually be shooting layups sometimes.
Yeah, I think she hurt it shooting a 3 too. I think it got hurt, and she made it. So yeah. But she's done for the season.
Well, at least people can get off her back.
Yeah, she need to lay low anyways.
Because, shout out to her. Like I said, her game did not translate the way I said it wasn't gonna, but she's very active on the boards. I'm just saying, like, this whole debate on Instagram about her getting her offensive rebounds, like, when I said this before, at the gym, I said, it would not matter if you get offensive rebounds. She should get offensive rebounds, but make some more layups. You're a pro. Make them the first time you shoot them. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all. Like, come on. You're too good not to.
Definitely. I think the playoffs is starting pretty next week or so. The playoffs is coming up for the WNBA, so look out for that. Super Bowl halftime show. Kendrick Lamar will be headlining it, which for some odd reason it was a topic of discussion for who knows why, but.
We know why. Social media world. People forget. Remember, I called you, and I'm like, yo, the Super Bowl's in New Orleans a few times, wasn't it? Like, recently, you was like, yeah, like every 4 years they got in New Orleans. So I'm like,
I think someone told me it's been in New Orleans 11 times.
But once again, the new generation feels like, how come Lil Wayne's never been involved? But it's like, we're just now getting door open for us to bring our culture in there, because hip-hop's always ran the airways. They just try to deny it, and they try to silence us to it, and they would never let the culture be on the biggest stage. So,
and also with the Super Bowl halftime show, like they said, the host city chooses the artist, so they get a list of artists. like from like the committee and stuff. Like, but also it's also like usually like a Super Bowl halftime performance, they always pick like who's the hottest person out right now or who got the most buzz sometimes.
Sometimes, because there was a string of some sorry ass performances, bro.
Oh yeah, but
some sorry ones. Yeah, J-Lo out there. You was like, come on, bro. Like.
Yeah, that's before they put this dude on.
I'm just saying though, like man, we had to watch Goff Brooks and all that. Granted, Goff's big in a certain world, but like not for the people that are watching football as a whole. Like
the memorable ones I know, Prince. Prince was out there in the rain. He was out there in the rain.
And Shakira.
Shakira.
Like, my thing is like, do they even watch football? You know what I mean? Like I'm not mad at Kendrick getting it. Yeah, I'm not mad at Kendrick getting it, but my thing is though, like, we don't got to be super trendy. We get it. It's the biggest song in the world right now. Probably be the biggest song of the year.
Todd, it's very simple. They don't like us.
Yeah, exactly. But like, you could let Lil Wayne perform a little bit, but once again, they're only saying this now because everybody can type away and ask all these questions and all these opinions and stuff. But it's been in New Orleans though.
Right.
So.
This is like, come on.
Maybe they just don't want him to represent their state.
Shoot, I mean, they had it in Miami. You could think of whoever the big artists are in Miami. They ain't performing.
I think the biggest artist in Miami is Pitbull, bro.
And I don't think he performed in Miami.
I don't think he cares.
Yeah.
Ain't he like owning like a stadium? Or something? Ain't he like running like something?
Yeah, Pitbull. He got a whole bunch of stuff, but who cares? I mean, we don't gotta be mad about every little thing. We got boxing update. We got a fight this weekend. We got Edgar and we got Canelo. They are going at it this weekend in Las Vegas. I saw Edgar is very, very confident in himself from the interview I saw him do on It Is What It Is. He talked about how he's going into this fight and he's not going to be like the other guys that fought Canelo and give him too much respect. Like he's going to go in there he's gonna go in there to fight, he was talking about Charlo, how he went in there just gave Canelo too much respect, and then it was like another fighter that went in there, like they went in there not, like they didn't look like they wanted to fight.
Let's fight Mukala Kabongo.
We come from a city where we don't care who you are.
Right.
So I don't even understand that you going in to punch somebody in the face, you're gonna give them respect. Punching somebody in the face is probably the most disrespectful thing other than spitting in it.
Oh, you're right. It's a fight.
Like, what are we talking about here? And people say I got issues. No, I'm just intense, aggressive, and when it's time to compete, we compete. Like, what are we doing here?
Right. Yeah.
Like what? Like if I see your girl in the front row, I'm gonna try to whoop you even more. Just so she can feel this whooping. You know what I mean? If I see your mom in the front row, I'm gonna try to dunk on you. You know what I mean? Like
that's what that dude Edgar said. He's like,
yeah.
He's like, my family gonna be there. I don't want them to be crying after the fight.
Especially, I feel about Maddie watching me, bro. Y'all better stomp me out in this game. I'm trying to win at all costs.
Hey, Benjamin, what you think about this fight?
I mean, again, Canelo Alvarez versus Edgar Berlanga Jr. from Brooklyn, Puerto Rican. Canelo's putting his belts on the line, the WBC, WBO, and WBA, super middleweight. I think that Canelo's going to win. Experience, it'll be too much. Edgar Berlanga, he's not that technical of a fighter, you know what I mean? He's more of a puncher.
Where are they fighting?
Vegas.
Vegas?
Yep, T-Mobile Arena.
Okay.
Which they say Canelo built the house. But so I'm rooting for Berlanga, but I know that Canelo will come out.
I mean, he built, what's it called? T-Mobile?
T-Mobile Arena.
Oh, okay. I thought you said MGM. All right. Cool. All right, cool. Nobody care about no T-Mobile Arena in boxing.
Oh, by the way,
I hear that.
It'll be Danny Garcia, former champion.
Okay.
He's moving up to, I believe, 160 pounds. Danny Garcia from Philadelphia against the Cuban guy, Lara.
I ain't heard about Danny in a long time.
Yep.
All right, and there you have it. There you have it.
Respectful punching people in the face. That's crazy.
Oh man! All right, we got interviews. We got interviews with players. We got interviews with coaches from week 1 of the high school football season. Check these out. Check the highlights out, and then we're gonna come back and wrap this thing up. All right, Coach, a very, very resilient win, opening night of high school football. I mean, first, just how this time of the year is very exciting for everybody, just how the crowd showed up and everything, just how you like the environment today.
It's a very exciting time of the year, you know. School started today, and we get the big crowd tonight. It's good to see everyone. You know, I'm glad football's back on TV. I'm a fan too, so we're very excited. Really good win tonight. Really good win. We're so young in places, and we made the requisite mistakes that you make when you're a young team. But the guys fought, and they hung in there, and they stuck together, and you know, we were able to make one more play than Franklin, and it's a good win tonight for our team.
That third quarter, they went on like an 8-minute drive with the wing tee, really drove it down the field on you guys, but your team responded very well and did another long drive of their own, and you guys punched the ball in and there. Is that just like what it takes for them to, as a young team, to respond? Is that what you like to see?
Well, I think it's a good sign. I think it's a really good sign. First game in the year with all these young guys playing. Like I said, we really hung in there. We worked on the double wing all week in practice. You wouldn't believe it, but we did. Coach Kiley, you know, had great success at Holliston, and they were very prepared tonight and very organized, and he's going to do great at Franklin. Really, really tough game, but our guys fought and competed the whole time, and they did a great job hanging in there.
It doesn't get easier for you guys.
No, sir.
Tough opponent coming in, but this is the type of stuff you like on your schedule for guys like this to test themselves. Just how excited are you for them for next week?
I mean, Springfield Central is going to be really good. St. John's the following week is going to be really good. Zaverian week 5 is going to be really good. But I'm a Central grad, and I love to play in the big games, and I love that our kids get to play in these big games. So we schedule tough, but there's a reason behind it, and we love these games, and you know, a week from tomorrow we'll be ready to go.
All right, Coach, congratulations on the win.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Good to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you as well. All right, Coach, you guys came out with a bang in that first half. The offense was moving. What was working well in that first half?
Yeah, it was a fast start. Really, the defense set the tone early with that stop, and then we scored, I think, on the second play of the game on a long pass from Chris to Merrick. So it was a great, perfect start, kind of how you draw it up, and the defense kept getting stops, and we kept getting scores, which is what you have to do against that team because they're so explosive on offense and with their tempo and everything. So you couldn't have scripted a better start.
And you guys also won the turnover battle. You guys got 2 big turnovers late in that first half to get you guys those points. So another turnover was to close out the game.
Yeah, I mean, it was huge. Whenever you can turn an offense over and give the ball back to your offense, and a couple of times it was in their end of the field, so that's big. I can't say enough about the defense. We hung on there a little bit in the third quarter, but we got it back under control, and they really had a great day today.
You started the young quarterback, the young freshman quarterback. Deacon got in there as well. What did you like from both of those guys in those times that they were in there?
Well, with Deacon, it's just the poise of a senior. Been there, done that guy. He's a steadying force for us, and he's been a really good player. And Chris is obviously a very dynamic guy as a freshman. He's different. He's unique, and I think his skills are on display tonight. He's young though. You know, he's still learning the ropes, but I thought for a 15-year-old freshman, it's a pretty good first start.
How good does it always feel to start 1-0 in a non-conference game with a team like that was at Gillette last year and got plans to try to get back there this year?
It beats being 0-1. I know that, but we have a ton of respect for Marshfield. We know how good of a program they are, how well coached they are. So they made it to the Super Bowl last year and for a reason. So this was, you know, it's a tough week of practice preparing for them. So to get a win, it was huge.
Congratulations on the win, Coach.
Thanks, Mook. Appreciate it.
All right, Coach, you guys were down 14-0 in that first quarter. You get the punt here. I mean, what's kind of the difference that changed the momentum for you?
You know, we needed a little luck. The punt obviously was, you know, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. But, you know, look, we weren't playing Cardinal Hayes football yet. And, you know, we knew we needed to get there. It's a little rough coming off. Dealing with success is sometimes harder than dealing with failure, and that's, you know, a lesson I've learned. And we've been reading a lot of our press clippings and, you know, looking at our Instagram feeds, and that's not football. This is a Catholic Memorial is a tough, hard-nosed football team that's going to bring it to you, and they brought it to us. And, you know, it was a great fight, and, you know, we got knocked down, and measure of man's how you get back up. And proud of the kids. They got
Your defense, you got that pick six. That was a big momentum change.
Yeah.
Then you guys got another big stop on defense that helped your offense. I mean, your quarterback, he's playing really well, though. What can you say about Ken? He came up with some big plays for you guys.
Kenji?
Yes.
Kenji. Kenji's the toughest kid around. That's what I'll say about him. He's, you know, he's just a kid who comes in and he's going to try to beat you any way he can. He's just a tough kid. He's got a load of skill set. You know, he's going to run over you, past you, around you. You know, and I couldn't be prouder of him. Without a doubt, he's the guy we need to have the ball in his hands when we need a yard.
What do games like this how do games like this help the team? These out-of-state games. How does it help your guys?
You know, it enriches the kids' lives. You know, their experiences. That's what life is, right? Life makes up of a whole bunch of experiences, and you know, getting to come up here and playing against a school of this caliber, you know, who's had such success, and you know, and getting to test yourself against other programs that play on a high level is what it's all about. And you know, it's how you learn who you are, and that's, you know, important.
All right, Coach, congratulations on the
Thank
win.
you.
Safe drive home.
Where are you from?
I'm from Lynn, Massachusetts.
Nice.
All right, fellas, hard-fought win. Defense stepped up right there on that fourth down. Just talk about just the resilience they had in that last drive to stop them from getting in that end zone. Just talk about your defense, the resilience.
Oh, you know, the defense, I mean, always stepping up. You know, like, they're rallying behind. You know, Franklin's driving down the field, but you saw it. That's our grit. That's our practice all summer long. We're getting after it, and those guys, you know, they stepped up big.
They went wing T on you guys in that third quarter to start the third quarter, went down the field. You guys responded right back and got a score to make it a 2-point game. What did you guys do in that response on the offensive side?
I just think that's from all the hard work we put in all season. Our team, we kind of live by we over me, where everyone's important, whether you're varsity, JV, not playing at all. Everyone's important, but our coaches are the best. They train us the best. We run a lot. We're all in shape, so we're ready to go, and that's how we're going to respond every time.
Good way to start the season. Tough opponents, and you know, there's games like this coming down the wire, paved ways to the end of the season. Got another tough opponent next week, but just how do you like the way the team just like came together in this one? Just, you know, knowing how tough that opponent is.
You know, that just shows you, you know, we're a family. And, you know, like at Central, one of the slogans is the family. Like, that's what they emphasize. So that's what I love about this team, and that's why I love to come to this school.
Touchdowns for you in that first quarter. You guys set the tone early. How do you like the way the offense was flowing? You know, they had some moments you guys didn't move the ball, but how do you like the offense, the way it flowed when you guys needed to put the ball in the end zone?
So, I mean, I got to give all the credit to the O-line. All my guys, Tom Galusha, Brian Raytano, Preston Lee, Manny Lizardo, and Timmy Jerix, they're all laying people out there. And you know, you saw in that first one, it was untouched the end zone. So that's all that credit goes to the linemen and my outside guys too, holding their blocks.
And we got a lot of weapons on this team. Like Central does, we have 3 running backs that we use. You saw me, Keaton Chase, Amari Mills, and Jefferson Morales all get in the game, run the ball hard. We have a lot of receivers, so we just have a lot of weapons out there. So we're gonna get everyone the ball.
All right. And lastly, it doesn't get any easier for you guys, but that's what you wanted this type of season. You got another tough opponent coming in here next week. Just how excited you guys for that one too?
You know, this is just a warm-up. This is a first game jitters game, and you know, coming into Springfield next week, I think the team this week at practice going to be dialed in, and we're going to get after it this week.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Fellas, congratulations on the win.
Thank
you very much.
All right, Chris, you got the start today. Through that first touchdown pass. How are you feeling out there?
I felt great. A little bit of nerves coming into the game, obviously, but after that first play, they were all gone.
Offense was moving the ball real well in that first half. What was kind of working with you? What was working for the team in that first half?
That where we had Merrick Barlow on that one-on-one, like they were playing cover 3, and I would just take it.
Yeah. The game slowed down a little bit in that second half. They made some adjustments. What adjustments did you guys make to counter what they did as they kind of made that little run there with you guys?
We just had to stay tough as a team, especially on the front line, and pound the ball, and just like see what they're doing, see the defense, and watch what they're doing. Yeah.
Exactly. You and Deacon guys split some time in there. How happy you were to see him get in there. He also threw a touchdown pass to Riley. Riley caught his first touchdown pass. It seemed like there was a lot of good time for a lot of guys offensively today.
Yeah.
Can you talk about that?
Yeah, it was a great day on offense in the first half. Second half we slowed down, but still a great day. And the preparation really helped us today.
Edwin, man, you guys jumped out on them early, 35-0. Just what was working well? It started off with that big 40-yard touchdown pass Vargas to Merrick.
Just the offense and everybody just working together, everyone doing their job, everyone doing what they can control. That's what worked out.
Defense forced 4 turnovers, I believe. 3 interceptions and got that late fumble there. What was working well for the defense early on? And you guys got that big stop on fourth and goal there.
Just again, everyone doing their job, everyone following their lanes, everyone doing what they got to do to get the win.
Yeah, first game, usually some mistakes, but you got in there. You got some touchdowns in that heavy format. Is that something they're going to utilize you more this season?
Oh, definitely. You're going to see it a lot. We're definitely coming a lot with that.
They got back in the game late, but how you guys going to do to improve that? Move on from there?
Collectively, you just stay together. Keep our mental right. Definitely, it's a big part of our game. Just back off when we got to back off, but always put that pressure and keep the foot on the gas.
Always good to start 1-0.
Yes, sir.
What you guys do moving forward? This game next week.
Yes, sir.
Get ready for next week.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Congratulations.
All right. Thank you.
All right, fellas. Down 14-0. What changed for you guys to get you guys back in the game?
I would say it was the defense recovering that punt and then us punching one in. I think that let our team know that we were here and we could do this. We were already in the red zone twice before, so it was only a matter of time before we got in.
I really think it was like a leadership role. The offense, everyone keeping the guys up, maintaining they're not getting in their heads and keeping it cool.
There was a few momentum swing plays in this game, starting off with that muff punt that got you guys that momentum to cut the lead to 14-7 before the half. You guys get a pick 6, and then it seemed like after that, the offense just kept on rolling with picking up first downs when you guys needed. You and him connected on some big-time plays, especially on that one in the end zone. Can you guys just talk about the offense and how you guys got the momentum going?
It was momentum. We building off of the defense and how they came and what they did. We just kept our heads straight and kept it cool.
I would say Tyrone was definitely our momentum swinging play. He's one of the smartest IQs on the team, so him being around the ball wasn't a surprise. And after that, offense was relying on the defense the whole time. It was our time to step up, and we're a high-tempo, high-scoring team. So.
And then you guys sealed it with that first down right there. Was that just a matter of will for you guys, your offensive line just really just taking control in that position?
Yeah, so Coach knows always about dominance. You got to beat the man in front of you. So that was just us instilling our dominance and showing who we are. You weren't going to out-physical us.
How do games like this help you guys moving forward as you guys played your interstate teams?
It gives the team confidence, builds up the confidence. That's it for real.
All right, fellas, safe trip back home, and congratulations on the win.
Thank you, man.
it's time for the top 10 plays from week 1 of the high school football season. At number 10, it's Marshfield quarterback Tor Moss, who scrambles against the St. John's Prep defense, throws it up and finds Brady Crowley, who catches it over the defender for a 1st and goal. At number 9, it is Catholic Memorial running back Makai Dodd, who takes the carry, goes up the middle, breaks one tackle, gets carried by his lineman, carries 3 or 4 guys into the end zone for a Knights touchdown. At number 8, we got a wacky play over here. Will Terrell of Franklin scrambles. He throws it up, but he's picked off by Central Catholic defensive back Drew Alsep. Now Alsep on the return is stripped of the ball, which is then picked up by the lineman, who then returns it all the way down to the 22 to give Franklin a 1st down. At number 7, it is St. John's Prep freshman quarterback Chris Vargas, who finds a streaking Merrick Barlow down the sideline for a 50-yard touchdown pass on his first pass attempt of the game. At number 6, it is Cardinal Hayes quarterback Rich Bellin, who evades 2 would-be tacklers, scrambles, and finds Kenji Burnham in the end zone for a Cardinals touchdown. At number 5, it is Lynn Classical's junior running back Tyron Hunt, who takes the carry, hits the corner, and he goes down the sideline, and he's off to the races for a 70-yard Rams touchdown against North Attleboro. At number 4, it is Catholic Memorial quarterback Kais Flannery, who finds Gavin Brown in the back of the end zone, and he's able to get his feet down for a Knights touchdown against Cardinal Hayes. At number 3, it is North Attleboro running back Brady Paredes, who takes the pitch, he hits the seam, he has nothing but green in front of him for a 56-yard touchdown. At number 2, it is once again North Attleboro, and this time it's quarterback Chase Frizzoli, who finds Lucas Krover, who gets behind the defense, and he goes in the end zone for a 69-yard touchdown. Red Rockets would win this game. At number 1, we go back to Catholic Memorial. Cardinals Hayes defensive back Tyrone Smith picks off quarterback Kais Flannery, and Smith shows off the speed and the elusiveness as he breaks 2 tackles, and he's on his way to the end zone for a Cardinals touchdown in their 36-29 victory. They loud back there.
I'm still wondering the respect. Like, what? I'm gonna open hand slap you. Like, what?
All right, we are back. Thank you to all the coaches and players that chatted with me. And after these games, week 1, Lynn English, they went on the road. They beat Lawrence 28-14. Tyler got his first win as a head coach. This is a whole lot better than losing 27-0 last year.
Yo, they finally got a football guy in there, man. I got to applaud that one, because last time they made a hire, we was rolling our eyes. We had to deal with people in public.
Last time they played Lawrence, they got shut out.
The dude had to act like he liked us. Like, bro, you know you didn't care for us.
So English is back on the field Friday. They're playing Swampscott. St. Mary's beat Swampscott 13-12 to open the season last Friday.
Had they moved up to the division?
No, I think they're still in the same division.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the Classical, it was a rough one for Classical. They had to play. Classical just had to play some big boys.
Who they play?
North Attleboro, and I don't know what they was feeding those kids, but I saw one lineman that weighed 360.
Where he going?
I don't know, but that boy could move.
Yeah, we got to find out where he go. He going to the league.
Yeah, man. But it was a rough day at the office with Classical, but they chance to get back at it Saturday when they play New Bedford. Kip and St. Mary's are playing. They're going to kick off the doubleheader Friday, 4:30 at Manning, followed by English Swampscott. Tech is playing tomorrow. They are playing Malden. They're going to Malden. So check that out.
You going to be at the game Friday?
Most likely.
I might. Where you going to be at? Up top? Down low? I might come watch, man. I might come watch.
St. Mary's boys and girls soccer, they won the city championship over the weekend.
Ooh.
Congratulations to them. Lynn Classical girls volleyball, they won the city championship, which I didn't know they was doing the city tournament for volleyball until yesterday. So, but shout out to Lynn Classical girls. I think they won 3 out of 4.
Cause that's the only volleyball team we got in the city.
Everybody got a volleyball team.
No, that's the only real volleyball team we got in the city. Co-ed volleyball teams. Come on. These kids trying to get scholarships, man.
Oh my gosh. Anything else I forget? I didn't. Did I forget anything? I think I got everything.
And if y'all don't like my opinions, man, change things.
Holy crap. Yeah, that's all I got.
Shout out to Glasgow though for winning. What were they? Back to back.
3 out of 4. 3 out of 4.
That's pretty good, man.
Yeah. Check out me and Joey. We talked about week 1 and week 2. Check it out. It's up somewhere.
Joey Badass?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, man. My IndyCar brother. Didn't even know. We got some goals in the area.
Yeah, Joey B. Me and him, we did our week 1 recap and week 2 preview yesterday. It'll be up. It'll be up. Well, it's up already, but whatever. We're out of here. Oh, happy birthday to my brother Nandu. That boy.
Oh, happy birthday, old man.
Yeah, he 41.
Dang, he that much older than me?
Yeah, he 41.
Oh yeah, me and Toomba the same age.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are rolling?
Yeah,
Should be.
we'll see y'all next week.
Yeah.